Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Keep on coming, baby. Keep coming.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Come back, come back.
To throw is Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 46 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. First carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. It's caught, Stills, right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Rosen to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A handoff to Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Watson. Porter brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Richmond.
Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Got some room at the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now a play fake here on first down. And Stills over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DJ Reader forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Rosen will throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it's going to be third down and forever. And now it's Rosen looking. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Richmond.
From the end zone, Watson. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Thomas the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Watson going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Lucky 56.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
And he finds Stills complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Play action here with Rosen. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and that'll bring up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! Detroit!
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And now it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 81 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gone. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On play action, Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Parker. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now let's go.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A very solid gain of 27. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
They run it with Balaj. Able to fight through one tackle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Josh Rosen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw is Rosen. Catch made right side by Wilson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the run, Watson going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 85 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hold, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
On first down, it's Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Wilson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, Drake. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
On second down, here's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Again, it's Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.